All right, man. What's up? Welcome back. This is the second stream of the day, second live stream of the day. We got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things that happened since I spoke about the Columbus shooting that took place with the officer and the young 15-year-old girl. You got to state it once again, it's a tragedy, but let's be honest. When you're going to somebody with a knife, it's going to be hard for you to really get that sympathy, especially when you're talking about court. Especially when you're talking about going to court, trying to convict this guy. It's realistically not going to happen. So tonight we're going to be talking about LeBron, his response. He got hella backlash for his response to the shooting in Columbus, and then we're going to speak about more of the response on social media and what I'm seeing by people. Because in the first live, I spoke about people's unrealistic expectations in the outcome of being disappointed every single time. Especially when you see certain leaders in the community, quote unquote leaders, giving these expectations to people who don't really know too much. They don't really read into the stories, just go off the clip, the headline of these things. You're setting these people up for failure every time. If you don't give them realistic expectations when it comes to these shootings that take place in Columbus. If you look at the video, the girl had the knife. The girl went to go stab the other girl. She got shot by the police. That is protocol. That is what happened. I see people on social media saying, you should just let her stab the girl and then we'll see what happens from there. Could you imagine if you was that girl in the pink? Like they should let her stab me, and then we'll see what goes from there. No. Now there's more to be. There's probably more information that's gonna come out. I heard a couple 911 calls. I don't know if necessarily the first 911 call is from the girl who did the stabbing or the attempted stabbing, got shot, 15-year-old, or if that's the other girls. Because if they're reporting a knife, and then the police show up and the girl with the knife is this girl, who's the one doing the nonsense? We don't know. It's too many variables in the thing. But as far as just first look, girl lunging at other girl, get stabbed, you would think that, all right, that's good money. All right, you saved this girl's life. You good money. Now, the whole argument of, we should use a taser, this, that. Okay, let's say use a taser. Yes. What if you miss with the taser and then this girl ends up getting a throat slit, face slashed? Then what? Now you got girl going to prison, girl potentially could die. Police deal with that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because the girl with the pink was my daughter. Let it go. That's how I look at it. Now, once again, because you gotta keep reading, because people will take your words and be like, you don't care about people. It's a sad story. The 15-year-old girl, she probably had a long life to live. That was probably the worst mistake she's ever made in her life leading up to that moment. So it is sad. It's a tragedy that she got killed. But as far as the context of policing in America, and that was bad, and he's evil, and he needs to go to hell. I just can't I can't justify it as like a true statement. I just can't see it happening. And if it did happen, I'm telling you, a lot of police officers are gonna be like, "Hey, if we saving people, like we're saving people. Like it ain't like a George Floyd situation where they got the knee on his neck and he's clearly unconscious for like the last 3 minutes, 4 minutes of that video. Somebody needs to show him some sympathy and check on him. This is, hey, I saved this chick's life. Regardless of what happened before, regardless if these two girls who were there were to jump her and try and do this, I'm talking about when the police pulled up, because the point I made in the video is, if this young lady did call the police, let's say she's the one who called the police who had the knife. If I call the police to come help me, and they pull up and I see them, I'm not going to then be like, okay, the police here, this is my opportunity to attack this chick. This is my opportunity to attack this chick now that the police here. Why would the police not shoot me when it just doesn't make any sense. And then the dad kicks the girl in the back of the head. Like come on, let's be realistic. So LeBron got a lot of backlash. I'm going to read this TMZ article. LeBron James under fire for your next post. Disgraceful and dangerous. So this LeBron, greatest basketball player of all time, in my opinion, but this was a bad move for LeBron. So as you can see, he posted on his Instagram story. He put your next with the little, what's it called, the hourglass. Your time's up. So LeBron is explaining his decision to delete the controversial tweet, saying his message is being used to create more hate. So a U.S. senator is accusing LeBron James of inciting violence against a police officer after the NBA star shared a photo of the cop with the caption, "You're next." LeBron posted and has since deleted a picture of the police officer who shot and killed 16-year-old Makia Bryant during a violent incident Tuesday outside of a home in Columbus. Body cam footage shows Bryant in a physical altercation with two other people, and it appears as if she's trying to lunge with a knife at one of the girls. Like you can clearly see the knife here. I see people on social media saying there was no knife. They're just made up. It's like, it's right there. We see the knife. Like, bless. I don't even like seeing like a little 15-year-old girl being shot down. But like, if we're gonna be honest, let's be honest. Like, because if you can't be honest in any situation, how do you even have conversation with people, right? Like, if you can even look at something, everybody can just be like, okay, the situation's messed up. We can debate taser, this, that. But in the day, you save this girl's life. This girl, like I said, she passed away. But come on. So that's when one of the officers pulled his gun, fired shots at Makia. When questioned at the scene about why he opened fire, the officer responded she had a knife. She just went at her. Clearly, LeBron felt the officer used excessive force and feels the situation could have been resolved without fatal gunfire. LeBron posted a photo of the officer with the caption, "You're next." Hashtag accountability, insinuating that he should be prosecuted like Derek Chauvin. But LeBron's post sparked a backlash with the largest police union in the country, condemning the Lakers' star message as disgraceful and extremely reckless. The National Fraternal Order of Police tweeted that LeBron should educate himself and frankly has a responsibility to do so on the facts before weighing in. The officer saved a young girl's life. No amount of gaslighting will change that fact. That's why I said, like, he saved her life. Now, LeBron James having that big of a platform, he should probably know all the facts of the case. He should know all these things before he speaks out, especially like speaking out of emotion, especially things like that. Now, as far as him inciting violence, as far as people going to show up at this officer's house, I feel like majority of people on the internet will see this and be like, okay, she was lunging at the girl with a knife. Like they would look at that and they would go with the common sense narrative of the situation. Will we all admit that it's tragic? Yes, but common sense says he saved this young lady's life potentially. So there was a senator, Tom Cotton. LeBron James inciting violence against an Ohio State police officer. This is disgraceful and dangerous. Is the NBA okay with this? It's Twitter. So first of all, I don't think he posted on Twitter. I know he did post on Twitter because he shared his Instagram from there to Twitter. This is just when politicians do shit like this, like this is inciting violence. Isn't they doing the same thing that they said Trump did? But we gotta hold them accountable too, right? So this is like crybaby shit. All these politicians crybabies. Like, well, look, they did it too, but we did it, and they didn't say that they didn't do. Like, it's all crybaby shit. So this message was echoed. Already read that part. Even ex-MLB star Lenny Dykstra is going in on LeBron, saying, "Hey, at NBA, have you disciplined LeBron James for making a real and ongoing threat to the life of the brave officer in Columbus who prevented a knife attack from being even worse?" So I know that's the new thing nowadays. Like the new thing is you're inciting violence. That's everybody. Ever since January 6th, everybody's trying to figure out who's inciting violence, who's not inciting violence. Is it your fault? Is it my fault? Everybody's looking for those situations. Everybody's looking for those scenarios. I don't think LeBron is necessarily inciting violence because I don't really honestly think people are going to take action on this guy because if you're a reasonable person, now I know there's a lot of unreasonable people, but a reasonable person looks at this, you can see what the facts of the case are in this manner. Knife, attack, shot, it's over with. So, what else? Oh, LeBron, now he explains why that he took his tweets down because he did delete his tweets. I was wondering what was taking him so long to take down his tweet. Kind of like the Raiders. Like, what took the Raiders so long to take down that post when they was getting so much backlash about that post? So, LeBron, he went on to say this. Anger does any... no, there was the first one. Which one's first? 631, 61. Okay, so anger does any of us any good, and that includes myself. Gathering all the facts and educating does, though. My anger still is here for what happened to that little girl, my sympathy for her family, and may justice prevail. I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they always use our words to create more racism. I am so desperate for more accountability. So, we're going to talk about accountability. LeBron probably should be accountable for his tweet. He should be like, I did kind of rush. Like, I feel like more people will be guided to a right path if the quote unquote leaders of certain communities would be honest with them about what's going on. And that's just not in the black community. That's when it comes like these Republican people, whenever like people was constantly telling Trump, hey, I like QAnon shit, denounce that shit, tell him that ain't real, tell him that. He didn't want to do it. So then they keep getting bad information, and that bad information creates stuff for them. So when I see the thing with LeBron or any other leader who's making this story, then something more than just officer kills girl after she tries to stab somebody, and they're trying to make it into an actual police brutality like a Philando Castile. Like, it's not one of those situations. Something could be tragic. You can feel bad for this side. Like, I feel bad for the 15-year-old girl because, like I said, her probably biggest mistake of her life led to her death. So that is a tragedy. But I'm not going to, like, sit here and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to compare that to everything else. Like, oh, that's the same thing as George Floyd. We're going to George Floyd, this girl is the next name, the next hashtag that needs to be put out there, that needs to be put forth. They even tried to do it a couple weeks ago. I seen a lady who police got out of her car. He was going through her bag. He said, "Hey, you got something on here? I'm about to arrest you." She ran to her car, started busting at the police officer. He shot back. She drove off, kind of like on the like how Dante Wright got shot, and he drove off and he hit the ditch and he died. Same way. There was people still trying to defend this lady. Like, she done busted the police first. Now, most people overwhelmingly were kind of like, you deserve that. Like, you were shooting at him first. But for some reason, there's still people that any time a police acts in any way, it's always their fault, it's always bad. Now, I'm all about people being accountable for like really messed up stuff. I spoke about it all the time. You see these children that get killed. Like I seen a little autistic boy. He got shot a couple weeks ago. Autistic kid also got pinned down. He got killed by the police, kind of in like a similar like George Floyd type fashion of like just being restrained and not being able to breathe. He was killed. That should be discussed. That should be brought up. But certain things like this, I just don't see people allowing this to be into the public discourse. You can even tell by how the media covers it that they know it ain't going to go nowhere. They know the traction ain't there, because if media really thought that this story would be able to blow up and be like a George Floyd thing and be like something they could talk about for weeks and weeks and weeks, go through the trial, get viewership for the trial, being on experts to speak about what's going on here, what this person said, yes, that cop messed up and gave her too much time to do something. So if the media felt like it was really a story they could jump on, you would see them jumping on it more. They're not even really talking about too much because they know it. And that's my point about saying, if people who are supposed to be quote unquote leaders, like if people watch CNN for the news and they want honest opinion, they should be saying, hey, this, like I'm saying, this is a tragedy. This 50-year-old girl made a mistake. Her life was taken because of that mistake. It's not to be celebrated. It isn't to be like, oh, yeah, the cops finally did one right. But you can't. It's not that. It's a tragedy. But you got to be honest with the people, because when you just got people out here thinking, like I seen people tweeting shit like the girl didn't have a knife. This is this. Look what NLE Chopper said. Look what NLE Chopper, the rapper. This is what he said. Let me go. Let me see if I can get to it. This is a post on Instagram. Academics. At this point, these police officers doing premeditated murders. These ain't coincidences. This shit getting planned before it even happens, just to keep us vibrating low and wanting justice that we not getting. Only a matter of time before these marches turn into war. Like that don't even make sense. How is who set up like is he saying that the call comes in a disturbance? If you listen to 911 call, hey, there's a lot of commotion going on. Shit's going down over here. The police officer, they didn't get no information. They didn't get a race. They didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing in the call. And he just pulled up on some Rambo shit like, I'm about to kill this girl. Now, if you want to have a conversation about officer irresponsibility as well, him shooting at that girl honestly was risky as well. Like, it's not like he got the shot off. I don't know how good his aim is. I don't know how he did good in the academy. He got the shot off. But he could have easily hit that chick in the pink too. They could have easily moved one way. The girl could have heard the shot, ran right into it. The way it happened, I don't even know if that's protocol as far as that goes. But when you see people say stuff like this, at this point, these police officers doing premeditated murder, your audience who sees this, the people that follow you that see this, are going to actually believe this. And you're going to mold the minds of people thinking that this is really going on. I'm down with people who, getting police officers locked up who really doing shit. I'm cool with that. But and we're just going to make everything, and nothing's going to be nothing. Every situation isn't George Floyd. Every situation isn't Philando Castile. Every situation isn't Eric Garner. Even when I spoke about the Breonna Taylor thing, it's like, I thought about it like, how are they going to charge these guys? How would you charge them? Because you would have to be able to prove that these guys knew, like, I'm going to go in here and kill these people. If they are executing a warrant, they kick down a door that's legal for them to do. They get shot at, they kill her. Tragedy, yes, but how are you going to charge them? That's the question I be having. Because like he's saying, these are premeditated murders. I said on my other stream earlier, Meek Mill said the guy should have got first-degree murder. You're setting people up for disappointment, thinking that they looking at you, thinking that you know what you're talking about when you don't know what you're talking about. So, I mean, LeBron took it down. He knew. Like, yeah, all right. So, like, he knew. So even like something like Kalani, the singer, she posts after this happened. She says, what'd she say? ACAB, all cops are bad. Abolish the fucking police. The day we celebrate a verdict for another loss that should have never happened, a black child is murdered. Abolishment is the only answer. And like I spoke about another live, somebody told me abolishment means like, to reform it, to do these things. But my say is use reform, don't use abolish. Because when people hear abolish, they think you mean just get rid of the whole police system in general. Because if Kalani doesn't like the police and Kalani don't want the police, I know this is like a dumb argument, but if she really feels it strongly, she should never go around with armed police security. She should never have police patrolling her shows. She should never have police doing these things to protect her. Because when you take police out of areas, you know who that's really going to affect? The people who actually need police to be in the areas. Now, I know police do a lot of fucked up shit because I know police is more than just killing black people. I speak about this all the time. It's the day-to-day, the targeting by police. It's just the brutality of getting beat up while you're being arrested. What goes on when you get to prison? The CO, like it's more than just the killings, right? But abolishing the police will probably have a more negative effect on people who actually be needing them sometimes, domestic violence disputes, like things like that, then it'll do any good. Because, I don't know, man, like I feel like this shit be giving me a headache because like, at one point I was like, so like, yes, do this. You know how like when you agree with somebody, this is how it is. This is how I feel about this and how society is going at this point. You know how you agree with somebody and you're like, yeah, man, I ride with that. That's a good explanation. It's a good idea. And then they just like keep going down and down and down to something the more extreme. It's like, all right, bro, I was with you over here, but how did you get to the conclusion to end up way over here? I don't get how you got from here to here. I was with you with get this person locked up. I was with you with getting this guy out of here. I was with you with this is brutality. I was with you right here. But when you start going like way out left and just making up anything, that's where you lose me. That's honestly where you lose me when it comes to situations like that. So that's pretty much all I got on that as far as the LeBron James topic goes. I did want to react to this video, which is crazy because YouTube seems to be like becoming. Now, these are low numbers compared to the amount of people that are on YouTube, to the amount of creators that are actually on YouTube. But it seemed like a lot of predators are seeming to be getting exposed on YouTube, right? I don't know if it's because they know like, hey, I'm going to get popular on YouTube. YouTube is a child-friendly platform, so I know that I'm going to have access to children. I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but that's what it seems like. So this is guy, EDP 445, right? And I didn't even know what that means. I had to look him up. I never knew who he was. He's a YouTuber with 2 million subscribers. He's a big dude. You're going to see in the video. He does mukbangs or some shit like that, right? He does mukbangs. And these guys did this whole sting operation, kind of like on some Catch a Predator thing. And he's been caught again. This isn't even the first time he's been caught for trying to talk and do things with underage children. This is the second time he's been caught trying to do things with underage people. So we're going to check this video out. I'm going to react to it. Have a good time. This is serious too, but let's just kick back. I'm definitely not watching the whole 48 minutes of this, but I am going to watch it and react to how the takedown of EDP began.
Yeah, that's cool. We can just sit right here on this curb right here.
Okay, cool. What's up, man?
The black dude's EDP 445.
Okay. No fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest.
So before we get into any of the messages right here, I have 84 messages.
Okay.
So
84.
We have you talking to Sophie.
84 messages
yes
with I think they set this up as the 13-year-old, but 84 messages with a 13-year-old. And this guy he got to be old. He got like 35, 40.
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before. And again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13. Okay. Right. And before we get
he
into
just
the messages,
said it so nice.
There was
13.
sexual content involved, yes or no?
Right.
And you said
correct.
Okay. All right. So
he's a judge, jury. Let's get him. He's already admitting to sending a 13-year-old dick pic. It's a wrap. Like they just got shows in court and he's done for. He's going to prison.
Again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home. There was, nothing that was going to be sexual involved because I'm not like that. Well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Not sexual.
Yeah, that was-
I'm not sexual in no way involved, but I do send dick pics to children. But not sexual in no way. But I do send dick pics to kids.
Okay, so you should title a video instead of your video almost threw hands with a 13-year-old. You should title your video almost had sex with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
Yeah. So this is you texting all this, correct?
My bad, I'm pausing a lot because it's just wild. Like if I ever got caught up doing some nasty shit like this, I'm not about to sit here with the niggas that got me caught up. I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm not gonna sit here and chop it up with you guys. I see what's going on. It's a sting. I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit here and let you interrogate me. I'm out of here.
Your Instagram, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. All right. So again, what made you start this conversation with this said 13-year-old? You said what you're doing right here, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she messaged me, right? And I'm not going to lie to you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, person feels lonely and stuff, and they want the interaction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much what had happened.
Okay, so this isn't what happened because she never said she was lonely right here, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, and you did double text here, yes or no?
Correct.
Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes?
Correct.
Okay, so you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old knowing she was 13, yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, so is that a good look for you?
No, it's not.
Okay, so
I don't know. Should be fake, not fake, real. I don't be knowing. But why is he actively aiding in the investigation to his nastiness? Because, like I said, pull up the video. Did you admit to this? Yes. Did you do this? Yes. Pull it up? Yes.
been exposed for this before.
Correct.
And you called them and thoughts, these other girls. And you know what? I've been following for a long time. And you know what? I said, you know what? You probably made a mistake. And, there are some attention-seeking ones. But this is damning.
Right.
I had to make sure myself.
Right.
Do you recognize me?
No.
Okay. I had to make sure myself.
No, I don't know who the fuck you
I had to
are.
make sure myself that all these rumors were true. It sucks, man. I watched you in high school. Me and my friend Keyshawn thought you were hilarious, man. It's sad.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But anyway, then you said
Quick question.
I did not understand
you don't get to
this.
determine that.
I appreciate that.
Well,
Thank you and Keyshawn for watching me. Now I'm about to sit here and let you interrogate me about texting this 13-year-old girl. I'll be getting the hell out of this situation. I won't even be here talking to them.
I don't understand why.
I'll be on my way to Mexico.
Why are you attracted to like 13-year-olds? Like, why are you attracted to underage? Because you clearly said in one of the screenshots that you've always wanted to be with someone younger. Like, you fantasize about being with someone younger,
Right.
and you're scared of being a sting operation or cops.
Right.
Like, what goes through your head? What makes this okay for you? Because this is disgusting. Like, real, man.
What goes on is loneliness, dude. I'll be completely honest with you, man. I'm not going to you. I'm not going to shoot,
Like, let me cut you off right there. Okay.
If you are, let me tell you something. We live in a generation of clout, likes, everything like that. This guy has 2 million subscribers. And I've never heard of him. 2 million subscribers. He's saying he went after 13-year-olds because he's lonely. You know how many fucking 20, 25-year-old, 23, 30, 40-year-old women that he could get? He a big dude. Like, I'm a big guy. I might need to go after. It don't matter. You a big dude with 2 million followers. Your videos look like they're getting 165, 200, 300,000 views. I'm sure you're doing mukbangs so the ads are nice. You got money. At least you could pay. Like, I never understand that logic to go after children because, I'm lonely or this. You rich, you got money. The least you could do is just get some escorts at that point.
When you say loneliness, like, we've heard that millions of times, right?
Right.
Trust me, this is not our first time doing this. We've confronted hundreds of people.
Right.
And every single time some of them do say they're lonely. And sometimes we do understand that they're lonely because maybe they're not as popular or they're not as outgoing. But you have millions of followers.
Man, he made me feel
Like,
he
how
stole
are
my
you
phone.
lonely? You have
Right.
millions of followers. I bet you there's chicks in your DMs trying to hit you up.
Absolutely.
And you're here for a 13-year-old.
And I recall,
Like-
you know, I followed you for a while. I recall a few years ago you did brag about having a girlfriend. You also in a live stream bragged about this little affair that you had with a teacher. So you probably have like
He got
you
with
have
the
a ton
teacher
of
to get with the
females
students.
in your DMs interested in you because
That's
you know
what he
people
did.
like you for your personality and whatnot. And you know, and then when you say specifically, I've always fantasized about someone younger with a big age gap. You did say that, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
That you fantasize about someone younger.
Correct.
What is that fantasy? Because it's not just loneliness.
You know what it is, man.
We honestly really don't.
No, we don't know what that is.
We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're not attracted to minors.
Bro, come on, man. You know exactly what it is, dude. Okay?
No,
Are you a
we're
pedophile?
attracted
No,
to
I'm not.
we're attracted to female our own age, dude.
Let this
This
be
is sick.
known. Let this be known. I am not a.
So what are you then? If you're here to meet up with a 13-year-old girl after sending your dick to her, then what do you call it then?
I am a guy that is. What am I?
I'm a guy that needs to get the hell out of here.
If it takes you this long to answer what you are, you're
I send dick pics to 13-year-olds, but I'm not a pedophile. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna say this again. Get the hell out of there.
pretty sure that you're some type of creep.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Okay, I want you to be real with
Yeah,
me. This
absolutely.
ain't
That's what we're
cool.
here for.
I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Yep.
My mom, may she rest in peace. You guys know that, right? You guys seen the videos.
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
all that bullshit. My mom did not raise a fucking. Okay, she did not raise a creep or where. I know what the screenshots say. Okay, I'm aware of that. I'm looking right at them. Okay, my mom did not raise. And as a matter of fact, if she was here with.
Your mom has nothing to
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He probably thought the boys was about to pop. Bro, this is like, I'm not gonna say I feel bad for him because he's a nasty dude. Like he should to 30, like to 13. He's a nasty guy, but like he thought that was the feds behind him. No bullshit. He had to think that was the police. He's still looking at him.
Right. Yeah. Don't bring
Don't bring your
me
family into it because
it.
we're not here for your family. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag your family into this. This is all about you.
Understood.
This is your action.
Yeah. This is your 600-pound life, not anybody else's.
This is not
Understood?
cool.
Why he throwing
So,
extra
I-
shots?
One
He
other
said a
thing,
foul
let me
light.
tell
What
you
I gotta do
something,
with
okay?
What's up? Go for it.
What is
I seen a thing like with the Aiden Ross guy because I've been watching him lately because like I just been like I'm always interested in like people who like just blow up super fast, hundreds of thousands of viewers on like it's crazy. There's something about this guy in the red. He's some kind of racist guy. Now that being a racist definitely doesn't deflect from being a pedophile in no way. And on the scale of name calling, a racist is definitely above being a pedophile. And I would assume in anybody's standard, but you know, you got to throw that out there.
EDP mean?
Yeah. It looks like you've
So
eaten
you-
looks like you've eaten everything in the world but the pussy. You know. Okay. You know what? We're gonna talk to you. And,
Why is he
I'm
roasting?
trying to. We're trying to talk.
Because you guys, hold on, come down.
yeah. I'll stop. We're just here to talk to you. So what was that? So you said you know exactly what I mean. What do we mean?
No, what does EDP mean? Why do you call you? If you call yourself EDP,
You know what's funny, right?
what's?
At the very beginning.
This is not funny at all. This ain't funny.
Well, if you would stop cutting me off and trying to
Okay.
explain.
Okay. So we're gonna let you explain now
Okay.
because we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm a fan of you. He's a fan of you. He's a fan of you.
Honestly, I'm not a fan. But
Well, he used to be. He used to be. And we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. So please explain this to us, okay? And I'm going to be done talking, that way to you. I'm just here to talk to you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does EDP stand for?
Eat that before we go home.
Right.
When I first created my YouTube channel, right?
Glasses off, please. Thank you.
When I
What?
first, well, you're gonna have
Oh.
to see me because the sun's in my
Yeah,
eyes.
here, we can just face that way.
just turn.
I'm not asking you motherfuckers run
Whichever
down on
way-
me about some
whichever
shit.
way you-
Even if it is some nasty shit. Take your
So when
shades
I
off.
first started my
No.
YouTube channel,
Let me
right,
go.
If you go back, if you look at the original logo,
Yeah.
right, there was a picture of a cat. I'm sorry, it was a picture of, Pac-Man, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was a picture of Pac-Man eating a cat. It was supposed to be funny. Okay, that's what my original logo is meant to be.
Okay, fair play. So again, you mentioned to admitting to having this fantasy with someone with a big age gap.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you said to us, you know exactly what we mean, but I truly don't. He truly doesn't. So what do you mean by that?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Are you guys the cops?
No, we're not cops.
We're not cops.
You're not cops.
But we
We're
have
not
worked with law enforcement.
But
all
we
the time.
can forward this to cops because
Yeah, absolutely.
most definitely this is not your first time either, right?
Right.
This is absolutely not. How many times have you done this?
He can go
This
to
is
prison for this.
actual-
I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I don't know how the system works as far as like, oh, these guys pulled up some text messages of me and this. I don't know how like fake minors work. Like if you act like you're a minor and you send it, I don't know how that upholds in court. But I know a chick I went to school with, and she was soliciting pictures of her underage daughter, like not even underage. She's still a baby. She's still like 6 months old. Nasty pictures, trying to sell them to nasty men for thousands of dollars. Her boyfriend found them in the phone, not the baby daddy, but the boyfriend found them in the phone. Sent that shit to police. Hey, it's got fed time, 18 years. They said you going to jail. You ain't getting out of prison until the girl that you exposed like that is an adult. So that maybe they could send to the police and get something done. But I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works when you're not actually in contact with a minor. Do you get put on some kind of watch list? Does that happen? I don't know. Like, I don't know how it works if you're not actually messaging a minor. Like, they're like, oh, well, no, it's just me, old middle-aged white guy. He was messaging me. I don't know how that works, even though the intent was still to talk to a child in EDP's mind.
This actually is my first time.
You just said it wasn't your first time, and now you say it is. Second time?
Second time. My bad. 2 times.
So first time
I
was...
look it's twice. This is crazy.
So you guys know about the 15-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So she was hitting me up through DMs in which she engaged first.
Right.
Right? Because let's be real here. A lot of people, right, when they see celebrities, you know, like the check marks and stuff, and no, I'm not trying. I'm gonna sit back and throw a guilt trip and make people feel sorry for me. I'm not doing that. So
Right. Yeah.
So don't try to turn and twist the shit. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Just go on.
So when people sit back, right, especially young girls, right, the 15-year-old, not the 13-year-old, when they see people with check marks and stuff, you know, oh shit, this and that, you know what I mean? You know, like you're famous, you're hot, all that. Okay, that's what.
Didn't nobody
they
say
do.
you're famous
Now,
and
as
hot,
far as the whole
stop
fantasy goes, you know what I mean?
Stop
Let's be real, okay?
Stop
You
it.
know what I mean?
Like, that's the part where I'm not picking up on. I genuinely don't know what you mean.
Sexual fantasies. That's what I mean.
Okay, so sexual, and I'm not calling you the P word, if you know what if you know what I mean. I'm not calling you the P word, but
If he has sexual fantasies about children, he's the P word. Like that's what he is. He hasn't acted on it. He hasn't, like, he's trying to act on it. Like, if they set this up to where this little condominium hotel, whatever this is, to meet up with the chick, he was attempting to do it. Like, that's what his intent was, to hook up with this girl.
do you fantasize about females under the age of 16, yes or no? Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you obviously you fantasize about a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay.
He going
so,
crazy. He going to jail.
13-year-old. So, when was the first time you fantasized about like an 11-year-old?
Never.
Yeah, let's move aside because
Yeah, here.
Oh, no, like,
You mind,
yeah,
well,
just
you can have a seat
right
whenever
here.
you want. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
fine.
can have a seat if you want.
Yeah,
It
whatever
doesn't
you
matter
want.
to us.
It's Boston.
Okay. So 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so 13 is the youngest.
Right.
Okay, so why
I think
13
it's like R.
but
Kelly.
not 12?
13 is the youngest.
I don't know.
Okay,
And that's the truth.
okay.
Not
I
lying
like
to you.
the
So if
teen
Sophie was
part of it.
12,
That's what it is. You like the
what
teen.
would have been your response?
Probably would have went to the bathroom and threw up.
Okay, so what? Okay, so for me, like,
You don't have to believe me, bro. You can sit back and saw the
right. So for me,
Well, you just lied a couple minutes ago. You said it was your first time, then you said it wasn't your first time, then you said it was your first time.
right.
Like,
second time.
I know,
Okay.
but you said earlier it was your first time. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get to that. So you said, so 13 is the fantasy. Like for me, okay, 18, I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old,
Right.
but there's hot 17-year-olds.
Right.
But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old.
There is
I'm
hot
just like, I can't do
17-year-olds.
it.
Like,
It's just not
buddy,
right.
don't dig yourself into a
But-
hole either. You
so
just don't
what
even
about
got to
a
bring that
12-year-old
up.
makes you go, bleh, but a 13-year-old you're suddenly fantasizing about. Like,
Don't know, man. What do you want me to say, bro?
I just want you to be honest, man.
Nah, I am being honest. I don't fucking know.
So what about the 13-year-old turns you on though? Like,
Don't know, man.
do you think, does at least some of it have to do with being younger, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have this attraction to younger that you admit's not normal, correct? Yes or no?
It's not normal.
Okay. When do you think this started happening?
This started happening when a lot of when girls would hit me up, right? If I'm looking for on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say probably about maybe about 7-8 months ago.
Okay, 7-8 months ago. So, when did you So, what was it that made you realize? Like, for example, it's a bad analogy, but you know, I didn't like avocados when I was young, but now I like avocados.
Are
so
there
what made you just go? I actually like 13-year-olds.
Young? There's got to be older women hitting them up.
What made me when all that
How old is
play, you know what I
he?
mean? Like I mentioned before, the entire loneliness and the actual, you know, like, oh, this girl might actually be into me and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Well, right, but the thing is, if it was a 12-year-old into you, you would have brushed that to the side.
Of course.
So, you know, like, if there's a hot 19-year-old into me, I'm like, oh, awesome. But if there's like, I shouldn't say there's such thing as a hot 12-year-old, but if there's a 12-year-old into me, a 13-year-old into me, I'd be like, disgusting. I would have never.
He's 30. God damn, I'm 3.
So what makes it okay to you for you to come here?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm just being honest with you. It doesn't make it okay. I was in the wrong. I'm a piece.
Right, but what makes you interested, though? Because you have girls hitting you up, so it's not the loneliness. So what about 13-year-olds makes you interested?
Can't even answer.
Okay, so...
Okay, I want to see what happens. Is all of this in the middle like the same thing?
You got very... With her correct, yes or no? Okay, let's come over that. Then you sent a picture of what looks to be a piece of burnt charcoal, which turned out to be your... And...
Yeah.
You sent a piece of burnt charcoal that seems to be your thing. He's like simultaneously on his ass doing a celebrity roast while playing To Catch a Predator. Oh, I gotta start that. I gotta see what led up to that question.
Right.
Let's see. So, yeah, this is definitely... Battery, if I'm being honest, start licking. So you got very... With her correct, yes or no? Okay, let's come over that. Then you sent a picture of what looks to be a piece of burnt charcoal, which turned out to be your... And...
Yeah, that's the graphic photo.
Yeah. That didn't do you any favors with getting females, by the way. But, so this is what's going to be inside you, but I'll take it slow as promised. So, again, you wanted to also take her V card, correct?
That's nasty.
Why?
Bro, I don't know why. I'm fucking embarrassed.
Dude, that's horrible.
I know.
That's nasty.
You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. This is embarrassing.
EDK and 4K.
This
EDP.
is disturbing. This is the lowest. Of
He a
You
nasty
also talked about a
man.
foot with her, correct?
oh yeah, foot. I read some.
So, why did you want to lick? Did you want to lick a 13-year-old girl's feet? Yes or no?
Does it say it in there?
Yeah, you did. You said if you. You said
I'm trying to find where you talked about it. I
you
just
did.
know you did.
You did.
Give them
talk about
goddamn
it,
papers.
well,
Get
yeah.
the fuck out. Get them damn
What
papers.
is like? But did you want the 13-year-old? Hey, get it closer. Did you want the 13-year-old licking your feet, or you licking her feet? What do you typically like?
I don't know. I've never licked feet before.
But you were interested, yes or no?
Right.
To lick a 13-year-old girl's feet.
Right.
Man.
He just admit everything.
That's
You ain't in
horrible,
court. You
man.
better plead the fifth and shut the hell up.
You should seriously be on the registry.
Yeah.
Look at this, okay?
Dude.
I mean, hold on. Let's read some of this. You said, if you keep being mean to me, I'll be forced to punish you, and you have to guess. I'm gonna get you out of your shy and comfort zone. How are you gonna punish her? You're gonna punish a 13-year-old girl?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
do you
shame
mean?
on you, man. Shame on you, EDP. Shame on you.
This is more than shame. Dude.
This ain't stage, right? This ain't like some shit for clout, like for clicks or whatever. Like this ain't no stage. This some real.
A lot.
Do you think so? Your audience is loyal as heck, man.
Yeah.
They love busting your balls. They love interacting with you. Do you think? And I'd say 90% probably defended you on the Cold Raven stuff, right? You lost a little bit, but you didn't take a hit or anything, and you brushed it off by gaslighting them. But do you think they're going to defend you for this one?
No. And this is not even like half the chats that we read.
Right.
If you read every... Right, this is... How many pages? This is only 84 pages of your chats. And we only have 34. We have another 50 pages that we didn't even bring. Can you imagine all the other things you've said?
He
So
was
just
gonna
kiss me, please, and show me a picture of your face right here. All right, man. Then, you know, just to confirm...
This is you, right?
This is
He's
you.
getting views,
I'm not to
man.
sound-
He gotta be
I'm not-
making money.
Oh, man, I don't want to
Go ahead.
you guys.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't interrupt us.
Go ahead.
This is you video calling her, right? Right. Okay, go ahead.
I don't even know what to say, man.
Yeah, dude, shame on you.
Shame on me, man. I'm speechless, bro. I'm speechless, dude.
Hey, bro, you want to call in the cops?
Please don't, man.
Why not?
But you called the cops.
You call the cops. You want help? Call the cops.
Please don't. Oh my god! Like the fact that this is like real life is so crazy to me. Like it's just it's blowing my mind right now. Please don't call the cops.
You should call the cops.
Call
Go
the
ahead.
cops.
Please don't.
Dude, listen, like, you need to go to jail, man.
Hey, he's using my phone to record. You call him?
Dude, please.
You call him. You call him.
Call the cops.
EDP.
Explain
Get
to
the
the
fuck
cops
out of
what you're
there.
doing here, why you came out, and what you did. You
He
need to get help.
He's an
Honestly,
idiot.
no,
He is
hold
an
on.
idiot.
Call
He
the
is an
cops.
idiot.
Go ahead.
Please,
Go ahead,
just
call
fuck.
the cops.
You got
Come on, man.
Don't
Please.
get
No.
close to it.
No.
Dude.
Please.
You call the cops.
Please, you guys.
Bitch, I'm about to beat your ass. I ain't calling the cops for shit.
Guys,
This is disgusting.
You guys,
This is like sadist type of. You know what a sadist is?
you guys.
What's stopping me from pressing the green button? What's stopping me?
This is like sadist
You better start
type of
pleading,
stuff.
EDP.
This is disturbing stuff.
You guys.
This is not even like this is not like we've caught people where they say, oh, we just want to date you, we want to kiss you, but you said you want to throw her in a dungeon. You said you want to climb through her window. You said you want to punish her.
EDP ass
You
ain't
sent
climbing through no
graphic
goddamn
photos.
windows.
You asked for graphic photos, and here you are walking to the
He's
apartment.
crazy.
What's stopping me from pressing the green button right now? What's stopping me?
Can I make you guys a promise? Seriously,
You can try.
We like.
Seriously.
Go ahead.
I have a phone, a pen in my pocket, right? Okay.
And you threatened, by the way. You threatened the 13-year-old.
I did. I have a phone, a pen in my pocket, right? I'm gonna see, and I'll even do it while you guys are here, okay?
Anybody who's watching, I got 4 people watching. What do you think about? I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Tasha Ford, she made a comment about the police. What do y'all think about it? Do you even know who this is? Right? Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? Because the way he roasting them, the way it's set up, I don't even know what to believe. I don't even know what to believe
Call the
nowadays.
cops then.
Yeah. No, not.
Okay, sheriffs.
I want to call a place to go get help.
You're not gonna get help. You had plenty of chances to get help.
I
Every
am-
single time you got exposed for it.
You guys are gonna witness that though.
Look, you've been exposed for this 6 different times.
Oh, damn.
Here you are
Sir,
not learning
please
your
don't.
lesson. This is not okay. This is not okay. Honestly, we're doing you a big favor.
No, you guys, please.
Hi, is this Bakersfield, Kern County?
Are you guys really doing it?
Are you really doing
There's
this?
somebody here to meet
You're here to meet a
13-year-old
13-year-old.
who has solicited photos. There's somebody here to...
Are you
there's
really
somebody here to
doing
meet-
this?
Yes. Okay, it's apartments.
Are you
I don't know
serious?
I don't know. Apartments
What do you
in
mean? Come
Bakersfield.
on, man. We're trying to get you help, dude. Because you're not gonna get
This
help.
ain't supposed to be funny, but this shit is just like content crazy. Like, this is crazy.
I suggest you stay here because everybody knows who you are, right?
Right.
You better just get yourself some help right here, right now. Just stand here. Just stand here and let the cops take care of it.
Dude,
You're the one who put yourself
bro,
in this position.
you guys, we're going
Okay.
to jail for a long time. Okay?
You ready?
Honest,
Don't do it.
He's right in the front. He admitted to wanting to have sex with her, to eat all this crap.
send graphic
Photos.
Asking
Just
for
send
graphic.
somebody. He's gonna run off. Yes.
I'm not
Yes,
getting
I
off.
hear
I'm
you.
standing right here.
Right, stand here then.
No,
Okay,
you
give me-
run the fuck away.
You know what you are? Do you know how many people told us about you? Hundreds of people said, please look into EDP. Please. This guy's a creep. He's messaging minors. He's hitting up minors. He's doing all this disgusting stuff.
This is insane.
And you have the audacity to say, please don't do this. Are you serious? We should be asking you, please don't do this to minors. You should be not doing this to minors.
Please.
Nose itching.
Apartments. There's somebody here to meet a 13-year-old girl who wanted to do things with her. He admitted everything. So.
Hey, by the way, if you delete everything, we have everything recorded.
Yes, it's called Apartments. Yeah, it's right across from the wall. Jack in the Box on the right end.
He's calling a friend. He's calling a friend right now.
Yeah, he's at the apartments.
He's calling a friend right now. Philip?
Just please come.
Police probably they prank calling this shit. Somebody 13.
It's in Bakersfield.
Shit.
Right by the jacket.
Okay, please come quick. He's calling. It looks like he's calling some backup. Okay.
Some backup.
You see, this is what I'm saying. You have no sympathy.
Hello?
You have no sympathy.
Hi. Apartments in Bakersfield, California. There's somebody here that wanted to. 13-year-old girl. We have him admitting to everything.
How many people is this guy? How many times has he called 911? Is he telling them the same 911 people?
He's just like in front of the apartment. So we're just like talking to him. Yes, just please send somebody over here. I should rather explain. He's a heavy-set black man.
Don't do that. You'll get him shot.
He's 30. I know
black.
his name. We have everything on him. His name is Brian. His name is Brian. Just please send somebody over here.
They got me. It's over.
Bryant, like Kobe Bryant.
I've been caught.
Yes.
I mean, they're calling the police.
Can we tell him to hurry up?
He can't. Please send somebody over here.
Say you don't know her.
He came to a 13-year-old, and he has multiple. Because he admitted everything to us. We have all these messages saved with him. He's asked for lewd material. It's a sting operation. We have an organization that does this. But can you just please just send somebody over here? It's ALEXRO.
Alright, he's gonna go home. He just said he's gonna go home. So
832.
Hey, watch out! He's going in his car.
yeah.
What's your phone number? After 832.
He gone. Goddamn EDP, you a wild boy.
All right. Well, he's heading home now, so you know.
Hey, Cece.
You're gonna get help, right?
Hey, CC unit.
Yes. You
Hey,
know
bro.
what? Just send the cop
No,
over
back
here.
up.
Send the cop
You're
over
gonna get help,
here.
right?
No.
He gonna pull out that stick.
Just send somebody. Well, he's driving off. No weapons. No nothing. Just. Well, he's driving off now.
I think that's it. EDP got in the car. I said EDP should have gotten in the car and ran off a long time ago. Like, if I was him and they was like, if I knew I was a nasty motherfucker and I knew they was coming after me, I would have been left. I would have been waiting there, sitting there for them to come in, get me with all this evidence. I ain't about to sit there and have them interrogate me and me admitting to shit. Like, EDP should go to jail. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if he out here being nasty like that, he out here trying to get girls to do this, and you heard the dude said you sent a picture of a burnt charcoal, but it was actually your penis, which is, you know, EDP should be done for. But I do wonder what comes of this. Like, his YouTube channel still up? It's not being taken down. I haven't heard of any like arrests being made. They've been talking about this for about the whole week so far. They've been on this whole thing for the whole week. So I wonder what's going to come of it. Does nothing come of it? Is it not enough evidence? Is it a case of, well, he was talking to you guys. He wasn't actually talking to an actual minor. Even though he shows intent to want to speak to minors, he wasn't actually speaking to minors. I just one of those things. So I think that's all I got, man. I streamed earlier this morning. I did my initial reaction to the Columbus shooting. If you want to watch that, you can go watch that as well. I don't even know that's up. YouTube take forever to get my shit up and running. But I got that there. This EDP shit, I've been meaning to watch this for a while. very hilarious. It's a very serious situation, but it's just hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the commentary, everything that's going on in this is hilarious. But I'm about to get off here. You guys have a great night, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more news, topics, reactions, everything like that. Probably midday and maybe at night too. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.